Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationship for self first, okay? So you can have a healthy relationship outside of yourself, but it comes from managing your emotions, okay? So that you can identify your intuition, because someone seems to be thinking. Someone's in the studios, maybe nostalgia. Someone's thinking about maybe a soul connection or walking away from someone in the past. Maybe someone's looking at the root of why maybe someone walked away. This person could be a masculine person. It could be someone that is a Scorpio person, has that desire, maybe to look at soulmates or a past connection. Because now you're looking at maybe that desire. Because now there seems to be shelter, strength, thinking, in deep thoughts when it comes to someone's desire about the past. Maybe trying to figure out why they left in the past. Maybe someone's looking at a gift or someone innocent when it comes to reunion. Or someone's looking at the energy when it comes to secrets in the mind, when it comes to rituals, cults. Maybe someone's looking at the power of maybe someone's sexual activities, or maybe someone could be thinking about maybe shared assets or finances, legacies, wills, because it seems to be a burden thinking about the situation. But someone is maybe looking at a soulmate, helping with burdens, maybe a Sagittarius person, maybe think about a Scorpio person, that desire when it comes to feeling burnt out. Because now maybe someone feels someone exaggerated a situation in the past where maybe someone walked away. Now you're looking at a situation. Maybe you think about a Sagittarius person. Maybe you're seeking maybe a past friend, all right, of exaggerating, being very irresponsible. Maybe some of you is also thinking about exploring a lawyer to help you with your burden, or looking at a priest or philosophy. Because now looking at maybe being more idealistic when it comes to your ideas, being more logical and more loyal to your own thoughts by being outspoken and direct when it comes to your burdens. It seems like a dark time. But in your mind, you're very happy in your mind. But in your mind, it feels like you're trying to create that balance, yin and yang. But you're understanding, maybe trying to figure out your mind file of how to like help with your burdens. Because now there seems to be a pathway to come out of this mind. It's a burden. Keep thinking about this situation. Okay, because now you're looking at a situation when it comes to maybe Sagittarius person, maybe into me I seek, when it comes to maybe looking at your own higher mind. Maybe you're teaching or looking at religion, maybe looking at distant travel away from maybe a Scorpio person. You have that desire because it's a burden when it comes to philosophy, religion clashes. Maybe you're looking at more higher education or going for your highest good. Where are you going? Oh, it's a painful ending. It's been a burden. Somebody feels like they were backstabbed. So now they've come out of their mind. It's highlighted the reason why they walked away, maybe because it was a burden thinking. It's because of maybe a Scorpio person, such a Sagittarius person, came talking, maybe. Because into me, I think, because someone's seeking answers. So someone wants to be honest to themselves, because somebody was exaggerating. Because when it comes to someone's thoughts, someone was gossiping and being very gullible. Yeah, gullible and gossipy. So now someone's thoughts are intense, and it's bearing a burden to someone's thoughts. Somebody wants to reach out, maybe a Gemini person. Into me, I think I've been conned, backstabbed. Someone's sinking their ships with their lips. It could be a journalist person. You could be a teacher, okay? Or you could be just exploring a lawyer or a priest or philosophy. Or you could be just be in your thoughts when it comes to maybe your desire, okay, to bring about balancing your thoughts properly after backstabbing, maybe for some of you. You could be a chemist person or looking for a detective, because now you're looking at the magic in you. Maybe you feel like somebody was a hidden feeling, thought. Somebody was a competition to you and they're very determined, very forceful when it comes to being fixated and jealous. Maybe someone's jealous over your resources, so they're being very possessive when it comes to maybe being around you. So they're acting a bit mysterious in the last few maybe months or years maybe. So now maybe you're thinking of the truth. Maybe you're thinking about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person that has the eye of the truth, the wisdom that can see through the dark. Someone can see through the dark and the light when it comes to maybe the roots of someone's mind. Maybe it's connected. You see, the roots are connected. So now you're looking at the truth when it comes to maybe plans, ideas. You're looking at spiritually being guided by your ancestors. They're all around. That's your roots. That's coming from the mind. The hair is the strength, they say. The hair is the antenna. Because someone's thinking about a Seven of Swords. Maybe a creeper is not sure whether someone's going to come back from the past and ex. Whether it's going to be like, are you come to stab me in the back? Or are you come to tell the truth? Because now there seems to be Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords like thieving, betrayal, dishonesty. Someone trying to run away and it's a burden thinking about this backstab or betrayal. Because now maybe someone's deep in their thoughts because they feel mentally connected, rooted by the mental. And now because it's mental, now someone feels backstabbed, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, because now it's a burden for maybe a masculine, Scorpio, or Sagittarius masculine holding back. Because now it's a burden for this masculine. Maybe he wants to reach out to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Now he probably wants to reach out now. And now maybe he's full. Yeah, because look at that. It's a pathway. There's no water. Maybe the water is the thoughts is measuring this water. So now maybe this person was on dry land because there was no emotion. So now when they're coming back, it's emotions because it's the mental that's hitting the emotions, and that's why the energy is a burden staying away from the truth. Yeah, because someone wants an equal give and take. Maybe someone's in their pride. Maybe they don't want to. Because the backstab was someone gave generously to a Taurus person. And that was the backstab. And that's the thought in this masculine's mind. Could be a Sagittarius person or a Scorpio person. So now they have that desire to seek. Okay? Because into me I know. Because into me I feel. Because into me I think. Maybe someone's holding on to the truth when it comes to working. Someone's working on their thoughts. Or working or wants to work maybe on a past when it comes to soulmates. Because now you're looking at Virgo. Somebody's working. Someone's working maybe on holding back investments when it comes to why they walked away. Maybe because they're very protective of their resources, maybe. But it became a burden because they started working and thinking. They have to hold back on investments and work on their own stability. Maybe they were thinking, maybe they thought somebody wanted to use someone. So they hid behind their pentacle. Someone's hiding behind their money. Someone's hiding behind work. Someone's hiding behind work. And holding back work. And it's a burden. Maybe someone's building something brick by brick at work, like self-mastery, self-craftsman. Someone's got a very good craft. But the mind is over there and it's a burden at work. But it's masculine in their thoughts about maybe being too overprotected maybe. Or building a high wall against someone and it's a burden. Maybe they want to come back. Because now they want to work on helping. Maybe they want to reach out to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person to help with their burden when it comes to work. Maybe. Because now you're looking at Three of Wands. Aries. Maybe someone is being more like analytical when it comes to being dedicated at work. They're looking at self-sufficiency. You could be a dentist, a doctor, or a writer, or maybe a policeman. Looking at maybe protecting yourself, but overprotective in your work. Maybe someone hidden materialism, and it's a burden because there's no feeling. The feelings is in the mind. over there, but the feelings isn't watering the pentacles because the feelings in the mind, it hasn't been brought over. Do you know what I mean? Like antennas. I hope I'm explaining this right. Now you're looking at someone's looking for their shit to come through. Maybe someone's looking at a personal journey when it comes to maybe transformation. Maybe someone wants to stay afloat when it comes to maybe their resources. Pentacles, that's why they're working really hard. But focus on a lot at work. But it's a burden because the mind is mostly focused on, I brought a burden and I backstab a generally procured person that sees the eye from the outside and inside of this masculine's mind. So now it's a struggle when it comes to their personal development, maybe, because this masculine wants to maybe speak to a generally procurious person to bring justice, the eye, the all-seeing eye. So she saw everything. Even though he has her back to her, she sees everything. Because she's the all-seeing eye. It's about the mental, and she's been guided by the answers to the root of her information. The root of everything she gets is from the third eye. Celestial eye. And she's single. She's single. She's working on self-sufficiency, even though she got stabbed in the back. She still has her palms open to receive messages because she's learning. She's coming to peace. Okay? And she's coming to peace with this backstab, this betrayal. So now she feels maybe she has some barriers up, or maybe he feels he's going to come forward, but he's going to have barriers up. But he wants to come forward to a single person, a generally procurious person, because maybe they felt backstabbed by an earth sign person. When it comes to this ships to come through, insight. Because now it's a burden when it comes to someone's self-sufficiency. Because now someone looking at 10 of Swords. Twice. Hey, I've only used this card. I haven't realized it's 10 of Swords twice. 10 of Swords twice. Because she sees the all-seeing eye of this backstab over and over again. Betrayal. From an earth sign person. And maybe someone that she was close to, mentally, a fire sign person. So she feels backstabbed by two people. Earth sign person. Maybe a few people, actually. Fire, water, earth. Okay, so we're looking at single, looking at self-sufficiency. We're looking at handout. She's going to be very open to this masculine because we're looking at the higher priestess. We're looking at the higher priestess. We're looking at maybe someone who comes to the community and celebrate with this higher priestess. Someone's thinking about maybe a tarot reader that's single. All right. Maybe they want to reach out, maybe, because maybe the tarot reader help this masculine burden. Okay. Because now you're looking at taking a leap of faith. The King of Swords. My God card as well. Looking at a painful ending. Because someone was relying on someone's unalivement. A Taurus person was baking up trouble with a Leo person when it comes to maybe entrapment. Because now we're looking at coming to calmer water with the mind. Because now someone's reading and thinking about heartbreak. King of Cups. About King and Queen of Swords. Somebody loves the Queen of Swords. But it's a heartbreak when it comes to immaturity. Too many options, lack of commitment. She offered the Ace of Cups. But someone's looking at maybe fulfillment, end of a cycle. Now we're looking at rebirth, looking at Aquarius. We're looking at transformations. We're looking at end of a cycle by using your intuition when it comes to someone being intimidation. Someone wants to lock you away, man. No. Keep looking at your own. Someone look at their foundation. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is up to something. She's looking at maybe Ace of Pentacles. An awakening when it comes to delays with the King of Pentacles. He looks at regret with the King of Wands. Looking at maybe a solid creative idea that's come to backstab, betrayal when it comes to stalking, researching someone's wish fulfillment. It became a nightmare for this wounded warrior when it comes to love choice, a Leo, when it comes to maybe Sagittarius person, or maybe when it comes to blending their emotions with maybe a Capricorn person, or holding back with the devil. With the devil, I guess. Someone's thinking of deep thoughts about an artist. Maybe he was born in 1982 or 1970s, maybe the 70s, 80s. Maybe something happened in 2012 or 2011. Alright. Maybe he's looking at, maybe thinking about a soulmate from 2011, 2012, or maybe he's born in 1987. Maybe feel mentally connected to someone. Someone's holding back at work, maybe. You're looking at justice. You're looking at the Queen of Cups. Maybe someone thinking about the Queen of Cups. Someone's looking at fairness, balance, truth when it comes to Queen of Cups. Very intuitive person, very loving person. Someone's up at night worried about maybe bringing a romance together, maybe with an Aquarius person, or to heal a situation. Because now you're looking at the Star, an Aquarius person, the Empress. Maybe someone's looking at happily ever after. Because now they're looking at the Empress, Aquarius person. But he's looking at a single person, a very powerful person, a soul having a human experience. Because someone's watching this insight, maybe holding back when it comes to maybe messages. It was a heartbreak for someone's wish fulfillment. Aquarius person, she's come to calmer waters, an earth angel. Because they gone within and saw someone in unalignment for Pentacles. So that she walked away, or walking towards an Ace of Wands. King of Pentacles. Hey, King of Pentacles looking at. Ooh. Now, someone feels they're using their highest self and they're being guided by God. So now someone's got the key of knowledge when it comes to self-discovery. Because someone's looking at the fire mind. Alright, maybe they're thinking of a Taurus person or institutional. Someone's looking at the higher self and being spiritually guided. Alright, so now maybe your ancestors are helping with this burden, or you're looking at a mentor or a guru helping you with your burden, or maybe you're thinking the reason why you walked away from a soulmate, it was because of a Taurus person and an institution with a Sagittarius person creating exaggerations and conning and backstabbing. This is probably why someone's thinking, or maybe why someone walked away. So now they have the knowledge of discovery. Now they're creating an opportunity from the mind, because now they feel like they're being spiritually guided. Okay, all right. So now someone's tuning in because someone has a calling, and it's something you can't ignore. Alright, so now you're looking at a mentor, spiritual mentor, a teacher, alright? Maybe a mentor to help with your burden. Because now you're looking at the wounded warrior. The wounded warrior has been guided. He has to use his higher self, okay? So now you're looking at the wounded warrior. Maybe looking at their ships to come through, maybe. Because now you're looking at self-discovery. You're looking at a personal journey or transformation. Somebody trying to stay afloat when it comes to finances. Because maybe back in the past, they feel like they've already given it a go when it comes to marriage. It wasn't a very good one. But they feel like they've got the strength and the ambition to go forward. Why? Because they feel like it's a more soulmate connection when it comes to mental. Like the otherwise meets the otherwise. The wise meets the otherwise. Because now you're looking at the truth. Someone wants to come in with the truth, clarity. Because it's like the stone. It's like the sword in the stone. It's your discernment that can take any sword out of a wall or a stone. It's about your discernment. It's about you having clarity. It's about you being self-sufficient when it comes to information and knowledge, when it comes to God's head, being guided by godly wisdom. All right. So now someone sees maybe an obstacle, a delay. Okay, and now they understand why there was a delay, why there was obstacles, because somebody did not tell the truth. Somebody didn't want to acknowledge the truth. All right. So now you had to see the truth by going within. Okay, to get your own clarity from in yourself to make breakthroughs. So someone's making a breakthrough, okay, by using their higher self. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. It could be a higher priestess, higher than the Pope. When it comes to balancing, when it comes to knowledge, okay, when it comes to knowledge of discovery, when it comes to the material matter and spirituality. We're looking at someone that has the pathway between heaven and earth, okay? So looking at the light and the dark when it comes to someone's heart. She holds it very close to her heart when it comes to her heart, okay? Because now you're looking at the Queen of Wands. Maybe someone thought they were backstabbed. Maybe why Queen of Wands? Because the Queen of Wands are probably doing like conning, gossiping, maybe very nervous, or they feel like the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person is very self-assured, very creative. There seems to be a hidden energy when it comes to stability. Because now you're looking at obstacles, delays. You've got to use your intuition, all right? That will help you to not like block your heart. It protects your heart from outside forces. Because now you're being guided by the soul of the self, by you having that power, okay, to use your intuition. Because now she feels this information being brought by the masculine. It's an antenna, see, mental to mental. So now she understands the information. He built a false tower, okay? It could be a Sagittarius person with a Taurus person or institution or a high commitment, which was a burden. So now someone feels like they didn't have any healthy boundaries, but now looking at boundaries being healthy, so you can take that ambition. Maybe someone's had a black eye, because now you look at the mental as well, being like wounded. The mental is wounded when it comes to information, plans, ideas, breakthroughs, clarities, okay? Because now you're looking at a tower moment. Someone taking that leap of faith when it comes to fresh hope, taking that chances. Someone has a new pathway, a venture to begin. So someone's probably working on self-mastery, self-craftsmanship. Okay, because that protects you from outside forces is your intuition. Because someone's doing personal discovery when it comes to their emotions. Because now someone's looking at the motions and the lotions for all possibilities. You're looking at relaxing and allowing the power of the universe to work in your life when it comes to your emotions and your state of mind. All right? Because now you're looking at deception. Someone looking at a Cancer person or Taurus person at work creating deceptions when it comes to their past memories. That's in the memories maybe of this masculine. It could be a Cancer person at work. Because now you're looking at the feelings of maybe a Cancer person, okay? Because now you're looking at a situation where someone's into me, I feel, all right? Maybe someone's very unstable with their emotions, but use your intuition. Someone probably is introverted but extroverted. Do you get what I mean? Like, so maybe someone feels very sensitive because somebody was barking up the wrong tree. Somebody was people pleasing because they won't look at the shadow of self, all right? So now this seems to be a hidden motive, a hidden motion. When it comes to the moon, when it comes to someone's mood, maybe someone's a little bit moody and a bit wounded, moody and wounded when it comes to maybe in a high commitment with a Taurus person or institution, with a Scorpio person or a Cancer person at work. Now it could be thinking about Queen of Wands, all right? Maybe has this insight. Maybe they feel wounded because now you're looking at maybe a struggle being highlighted about Queen of Wands when it comes to investments. Hey, maybe she's the practitioner and she knew the fucking truth. And she didn't tell the truth because she wanted the money from a Taurus person. She knew the Empress is here for a reason. There's nothing you can change. So maybe the Taurus that used practitioners, she got conned by practitioners. A Queen of Wands has been highlighted about investments. She's happy for the investments when it comes to manipulation or doing dark spiritual practices. Maybe when a King of Swords, maybe King of Swords or God's looking at the situation when it comes to this pathway of being backstabbed, when it comes to the world. Maybe someone's completing this cycle. Yes, maybe it's about artists. Maybe it's about a bunch of artists. So now you're looking at artists, that's fartists. You're now looking at an insight, how to bring your ship to come in. Use your intuition, collective, all right? Because now you're looking at sparkling ideas. That's beautiful. Now you're bringing stability, all right? Because now you're turning your back, maybe from a Sagittarius person or a Cancer person. Too much deception, delusions at work with an Earth sign, Taurus person or Virgo person. So now you're looking at maybe a Queen of Swords. Maybe someone's passionate about Queen of Swords, a single self-sufficient person that uses the intuition to create clarity within themselves to make major breakthroughs with plans, ideas. Maybe someone's to go forward very passionately. Queen of Wands looking at soulmates, taking a leap of faith, but they're looking at relying on what though? Money matters. Abandon. Someone doesn't want a reunion with a Queen of Swords and a Leo person. They don't want a reunion, a Queen of Wands. They're relying on this for money matters. Because the con is kind of the con, isn't it? Leo person looking at maybe defending. This King of Wands is looking at maybe his pentacles, working hard. He's going to come with triumph. He's looking at maybe groundship, abundance. When it comes to his projects, walking away from an earth sign family that's looking for death. He's gone within, seeing the truth, trying to maybe blend out his emotions, come to calmer waters, about heartbreak, about Gemini Libra Aquarius person when it comes to these messages of someone holding on to someone's properties and holding back maybe from their own happiness, just standing there watching the Queen of Swords, being happy, investing it, and being an alchemist. Hey, King, Queen of Swords, God's always there, man. God's always there. God's always there on this pathway. So we're both watching this backstab or this very balanced Queen and King of Swords. The otherwise and the wise. It's looking at maybe tying up one of loose ends and someone's stuck as an artist for a stagnation. Now they've got their burdens when it comes to Wheel of Fortune. Because somebody wants to win at any cost when it comes to maybe being an option, a Taurus person. At work, the Queen of Pentacles. When it comes to donations from a King of Cups. Lying, stealing, cheating. Because they're sneaking, being lovers in a house or in a community that people are thinking about. People are thinking about God's Two of Cups anyway. When it comes to maybe a challenge with a higher priestess. When it comes to the blessing of love, but it came with a conflict with a Leo person when it comes to intuition. Someone has a different perspective about the devil. Now they regret a Taurus with a Capricorn person because they've been researching about this spiritual judgment when it comes to the Emperor. Looking at justice. Queen of Cups looking at a nightmare when it comes to maybe immaturity, unrequited love. Aquarius person, the Empress, is looking at maybe balancing, being a soul, having a human experience, and enjoying her own single life. So, now we're looking at the truth and clarity, alright? Now we're looking at the Emperor. Now we're looking at the Emperor. Taking control, very powerful. Looking at being guided by God with the Godhead. He's mastered all four kings of the earth. Maybe he's single, looking at the truth. Maybe looking at this backstab, wants to reach out to a Gemini Libra Aquarius person that's single. Maybe. Look at the higher priestess. Maybe someone wants to celebrate. Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, boy. A demonic higher priestess. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. They're in regret. They wish they didn't take the offer up. Maybe she's wearing a dress like this with her teeth hanging out today. Yeah, she's always got to wear that seduction, the gangster granny. Never got fucking clothes on. With a Cancer person, maybe juggling. To Empress Aquarius again. Yeah, looking at this spiritual romantic journey or unrequited love that's gone into a fucking nightmare. Queen of Cups, looking at justice when it comes to spiritual judgment, but someone is a dark spiritual practitioner with hidden agenda. Alright? Hidden agendas, okay, when it comes to being jealous, when it comes to someone's tower coming down. Because the devil went in the tower, innit? And if you don't use your intuition, this is when the devil comes in, does pure disruption. Why? Because you got to feed that belly over and over and over again. And don't you realize a lot of people becoming very, 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 very thin? Take it as it resonates, boy. It's the devil eating them out. King of Wands. is the Emperor, looking at being spiritually guided. All right, King of Wands, a visionary person, a go-getter, looking at a leader. All right, maybe this leader, King of Wands, is thinking about deception with a Taurus person, being highly committed when he's spiritually married to someone else or telepathically connected to someone else. That's a massive backstab. You built a whole foundation in front of someone and you're connected to someone intuitively. You've got to use your intuition, people, when it comes to deception, illusion, delusion. Someone's in a lunacy, all right, because someone's a loony bin, a Taurus person in this institution. Now, someone's got maybe the knowledge and discovery about maybe a Cancer person or a Taurus person when it comes to maybe past memories. All right, they're being very deceptive with a Sagittarius person, barking up the wrong tree. All right, people pleasers. Okay, that was creating illusions because they won't look at the shadow of themselves. So now looking at maybe a lunacy bin, a Taurus person when it comes to this institution. Now we're looking at the strength of the higher priestess. All right. Now we're looking at romance, Queen of Cups when it comes to Gemini person. Or the King of Wands is talking about his sweetheart, a Gemini Libra Aquarius person. But went deceptively to a Taurus person, create commitment, because someone's doing dark spiritual practices. Could be a Sagittarius person. It could be a Sagittarius person exaggerating when it comes to their lifestyle, barking up the wrong tree, people pleasing, backstabbing, using the lip to sink people's shit when it comes to the Emperor. But the Emperor has clarity. He's making breakthroughs. Alright. Can I look at speed change when it comes to the Eight of Wands? Eight of Wands is about actions. It's about news arriving. But it went under deception. So now news arrived about the wounded warrior being backstabbed within this institution by a Cancer person, a Taurus person, and a Sagittarius person. This is what maybe the Emperor is thinking of when it comes to these news arriving. Do you understand? So now maybe it's a burden because there's too many news for the King of Wands. Because like my masculine, I think I text him about 100 times a day. Because dreams, boy, it can be very detailed. So now looking at working. Maybe someone's looking at clarity, King of Wands, making breakthroughs, okay? This is the Emperor. Maybe he's single, maybe. Or looking at being more self-sufficient. Because now maybe he understands, okay? He has that control, that power, that authority to be a leader. But it seems to be a conflict with a Gemini Libra Aquarius person. Because maybe he's in front of her trying to control a Cancer Taurus person and a Sagittarius person. But when it comes to behind the King of Wands with this truth, this backstab, when it comes to an earth sign person, acting independent, wealthy, this seems to be like an ego clash, high tensions maybe. Because now there's a Sagittarius or maybe a Leo person arguing about maybe the truth when it comes to Gemini Libra Aquarius person. Because they're doing dark spiritual practices with a Taurus person and a Cancer person. So now looking at maybe a very intuitive person, a sweetheart, or maybe someone just psychic, intuitive, or deception when it comes to Queen of Cups, a motherly figure. Could have children, could have 2, 3 children. Because I look at 2 moons. At work, there was deception and being committed to a Taurus person, deception. Just pure deception at every level. Barking up the wrong tree. You could be living in barking. People just barking up the wrong tree, creating illusions, delusion, because someone's a lunacy. Alright, on their pathway. Aries person may be looking at the situation. You could be an Aries person when you come to being very active, using your intuition. Alright, you're very ambitious to see the deception with your intuition. Someone's looking at maybe lazy, self-indulgent people, very impatient in their pride, quick-tempered people. You could be exploring a leader, or you could be looking at a happily ever after. When it comes to messages, maybe you have this insight when it comes to maybe stability, because the best place you ever want to go, man, no matter what deception you see outside of your home, this is where you want to be. Back 10 of Cups. Nothing beats going home to that 10 of cups. To a lover. Maybe someone's in love with a Gemini person. When it seems to be a lover that's gone within and seen the truth, maybe air sign person. But you see, you can have burdens, you can have deception. But you see, when you go home to your spiritual family, you feel protected. You know? Maybe the Emperor's in love with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Take it as it resonates. Maybe someone wants to offer a gift or promote, maybe living together, maybe stability. Maybe someone wants to celebrate, or maybe somebody will celebrate an Aries person or a Gemini person, a Taurus or a Capricorn person. So now you look at the devil. The devil can never get enough, boy. Never. Well, you lot got to stop this witch spell stuff, man. Because all it does is go back to you. So now someone's tempted by the devil. And they're bounded by the devil. They're chained to the devil. Because they've done manipulation. They've done hidden, secret, harmful agendas. When it comes to Leo person or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. So you look at manifestation. Maybe the King of Wands will look at manifestation to bring opportunities. To bring manifestations, and it really does require your heart being open. Now, someone, a Pisces person or a Cancer person, when it comes to this foundation with a Sagittarius person, these people with an earth sign person acting independently wealthy, fears, lies, and doing dark spiritual practices, focusing on the Emperor and thinking about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, how to create conflicts by the energy. These three people have been working together for a very long time. Very long time, ma'am. Maybe 13, 15. That's 15. Or 16 or 5 or 9 or 10. Take it as it resonates. Or 13 years. So now we're looking at the devil. Okay, going for a foundation for. Because now you look at dark spiritual practitioners. Doing energy magic, energy manipulation to King of Wands, not making see that he can be very independent, very powerful as the Emperor. So now you're looking at someone's jealous, a Cancer person at work, jealous, man. Jealous of someone's work, a Leo person. When it comes to his team, maybe, of options, of being happy. When it comes to maybe a new turning point. Someone's looking at Earth Angel. Someone's researching when it comes to spiritual being guided to be the Emperor. That's his original state, innit? Just use your intuition. Somebody feels like they're blocked when it comes to intuition. A Taurus person does not have intuition. So they can't create shit. So now someone's looking at Aquarius person. They blocked Aquarius person for a Taurus person. So now you're looking at new love. Someone's walking away. Someone feels wounded. Someone's with the devil. They're heartbroken. They're balancing with who? A Queen of Pentacles. That wants to win at any cost, boy. She wants to be the higher priestess, but she's not. She can't be a tyrant or nothing. She's a demon. A demon. Never mind. Demonic. Demonic. Genevieve, not just demonic. Alright? Glad you're in London. Let's see how brave you are now, little bitch. Someone's looking at maybe a Taurus person when it comes to maybe want to give up events or something. When it comes to reliability. That foundation's coming down, boy. Let's see. Anyway, remember, walking love, talking truth. I love you guys. Bye.